Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Checkers and Balances by ChinStrap. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, which means in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have Battenberg. So whenever two odd and two even digits form a 2x2 checkerboard pattern, so that would look like maybe this. These were the evens and odds, or the other way around. But this is a checkerboard pattern. Whenever that happens, we get this marking at that corner. So wherever the marking happens, we have a Battenberg pattern of some kind. Wherever the marking doesn't happen, we are not allowed to have a Battenberg pattern. So this would be disallowed. Two evens and two odds like this, forming a checkerboard pattern, also called a Battenberg. There is no symbol there, so we're not allowed to do that. That would be disallowed. And then in addition to that, we have a region sum line here, just a single line. It's split into segments whenever it crosses a box border. So this is a segment, this is singular, singular, and this is a segment. The sum of the digits on each segment of the line is the same. So whatever this is, this is a single digit, right? So if this was 5, this would also be 5 in order to have the same sum. This could be, say, 2, 3, and this could be 1, 4. That would be one way to do it. This could also be 2, 3, by the way, but just showing. That can't be 1, 4 because of the 4 there, but that sums to 5, that sums to 5, that sums to 5, and that sums to 5. So that would be one way to fulfill this region sum line. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. Well, 4 is even. I use blue for even, so almost done with the puzzle already. Whatever this digit is, it's trying to Battenberg, right? I'm going to call that green. We don't know if it's even or odd, but we're going to call purple the non-green, right? So if green is even, then purple is odd. If green is odd, then purple is even. And these two digits are the same because of the region sum line. I think I explained that when I wrote the rules, but in case you skipped the rules, this is the same sum as this, but they're all both one cell long. So there are at least 3. They're 3, 4, 5, or 6 because this can only be 1 plus 2 minimum. And so we can't make both of these purple is my point, because that would be a Battenberg and there's no symbol in the middle. So, okay, something we know about this box is that this Battenberg pattern is forcing it to have exactly 2 greens and 2 purples, which removes all of the greens from the box. This uses up the rest of the greens. We only have 3 evens and 3 odds. And so this has to be purple. And so now in order to prevent the Battenberg, this must be a green digit. All right. Now, what do we do with all that info? We know that not only do we know that this has 2 greens and 2 purples, we know that there's a green purple here and a green purple here, right? Because it's either going to be like this or it's going to be the other way around. But either way, it's a green purple in each row and a green purple in each column. So that uses up the rest of the greens for this row, making both of these purple. Now these two also have 1 of each, but we kind of know that already. These two have 1 of each. Okay, we know this is 1 of each up here, and this is 1 of each, so this is also 1 of each. I don't really have a good way to mark that. This is 1 of each. That finishes the greens, so these are purple. At some point, we'll connect it to the 4, which is blue. So 1 of each here, we know that. 1 of each here, 1 of each here. The vertical striping here is always 1 of each. I guess I should point out. Over here, is that also the case? I don't think it has to be. It certainly isn't here. This is 1 of each, but okay. I'm obviously missing something important here. I'm really curious if green is even, because if green is even, then these two have to be the same. They either have to be both even or both odd. Which is in danger of making a Battenberg. Is there some other place I'm missing? What can we say about this 4? Not much, as far as I can tell. Um, clearly there's not much to look at here. How does 4 resolve it? Oh, I guess the region sum also helps. Yeah, the region sum's going to resolve our digits for the evens and odds. It has to be able to resolve the odds, but we're not going to use that logic. We're not going to use uniqueness here. But there's probably some uniqueness argument that because this has to resolve the odds, we need to be able to distinguish 1 and 3 in some way. So it probably can't be 1, 3 pairs here. But I don't know if that's actually true, and I'm not going to use that regardless. It falls under the set of assumptions where you add the assumption that there's a unique solution to the puzzle, which we know there is, but I don't like using that in the solve. But one of each here, one of each here. I don't know what's I don't know where to look here. That's fun. It selects all the gray square. When you double click a cell, it tries to select similar ones. It's kind of fun. I'm really not seeing what to do here. There must be like... There must be a Battenberg somewhere that tells me info I'm not thinking about. So, let's mark these. Let's figure out a way to mark these. I'll just do this for one of each. So every single Battenberg, they got one of each vertically and one of each horizontally. Does that help me? It just seems to kind of add noise, but oh, the purples in this box are done. Okay, that helped immediately. So these two have to be green. 2 green. We're not in danger of Battenberg there. Did that do anything else for me? We have... this is odd. That's kind of interesting. Why do I know that? Well, I have 2 greens and 2 purples here. And then so this is even. That finishes the evens. So this is odd. I'll use orange for odd. So we have to be careful not to Battenberg here. This is one of each. Because this is one of each, we know that one's even and one's odd, because we have 2 greens and 2 purples up here as well. And I can't do it this way, because that would be a Battenberg. So we have to do it this way. That's even, and that's odd. That finishes the evens for this row, so these are odd, and that finishes the odds for this row, so these are even. One of them's a 4. Well, I guess the 4 could be here. This does Battenberg. Okay, now I know, yeah, we knew we had one of each. Oh, we know there's one of each here as well. Oh, but that, not necessarily horizontally, just vertically. So I don't know if I want to have that marking there. Is there any way to connect the evens and odds at this point? Like, I want to connect my even odds with green purples, but this is interesting. Well, we know this isn't 6, because it would have to be 6 plus something. We can't have that be a singular digit up here. So this is 2 or 4. I'm a little grasping a little bit here, but no 6s here or here. No 1s or 2s here. I don't know how much that helps. Is there some danger of a Battenberg somewhere that I haven't noticed? Not here. Not here. What about here? Yeah. This is one of each, and we know that we don't Battenberg here. So this can't be the even. So this is odd, and this is even. So we actually have all 3 evens up here. So that's even, and that's odd, based on the Battenberg. And roping. So these are all even, these are all even, these are all odd, these are all odd. Okay. So we have an even plus an odd. That's going to be an odd number. So these both are odd. So that means green is odd. Okay, all our greens are odd. And all our purples are even. And then I don't know that I need, I could keep these marked. We'll just mark them this way, I guess. I'm not sure how much it's helping at this point versus hurting. Oh, so we know that this is an even plus an odd as well. So this is even. And that makes this even. And these two are odd. Perfect. Didn't I say these were odd? Yeah, so they're not 4, 6. So these are either, if it was 3, it would have to be 1, 2. 5 has some options. We know this is not a 6. Oh, this isn't a 2. This isn't a 6 because of the line, and it's not a 4 because it sees a 4. So this is a 2. So this is either 1 or 3 in order to get us to 3 or 5. This is also only 1 or 3. 5 is too big to go with 2 or 4. So, see, I don't know that I can prove this is the same 1, 3 as this. So I can't just immediately say this is a 2. I do know immediately this is a 6. So this is a 2, 4. That makes this 6 and this 2. This is a 4, 6 pair. Is there more I can do here? Oh, I don't know if this helps. Are there any dangers for Battenbergs that I'm not considering? Not really. Here, we can't make a Battenberg right here. So this one's odd. So these both are odd, and these are even. Oh, sorry, we can't make a Battenberg, so these are even. Sorry, and these are odd. So this is 4, 6. Do we have any dangers here? We know this is one of each. So if this was one of each, it has to match. But this is one of each. Oh, no, sorry, no, this is odd. Never mind. And this is even. That just finishes the rows. How do we continue this? Are there any other restrictions I didn't notice? How about here? Ah, yeah, we don't want a Battenberg here, so this can't be even. So this is odd, and this is even. And that makes this even, and this odd. All right, we have all of our colors, so we should be able to figure this out. We know 6 is one of these two. We know 2 is one of these two. Where's 6 in this column, actually? This sees a 6, that's not a 6. So that's our 6. That's our 2. This is 4, 6, 4. This is a 2, 6 pair. This is a 4, 6 pair. And this is a 2, 4 pair. What is going to finish this? I think we have to figure out this value. Is it 2 or 4 is the question. I don't know how to solve the odds at this point either. I wonder if I can like subcolor them somehow. I don't really see a good way to do it. I'd like to know if these are the same digit as each other. That would certainly be nice. There should be a way to finish the odds. These are all 1, 3, 5s. There's no given odd. So it has to be this line doing it. We know both of these are the same digit as each other. Does that populate further? Let's find out. I'm going to use a letter instead of coloring more. I'm just going to call this A. This is whatever this digit is. This is A and this is A. So we know A is in one of these two. This cannot be A. Because if it was, we'd be saying A plus 2 equals A. That makes no sense. So this is A right here, which means it's 3 or 5 only. These two A's look down. That means this is A. Oops. This is A, which is also 3 or 5. Which means one's one of these two. Yeah, we kind of knew that. Where else is A then? It's one of these two is A. Oh, again, A can't go on the line. So this is A, and this is A, and these are 3 5s. Okay, does that help me? Do I need to pick a B now? What would make a good B? Maybe this digit. So I can say this is B. Oops. This is B, and this is B. We'll call this one C. B in this box. So this is C, and this is B. That makes this C. These are different then. So one of them is a 3, making A not 3. So A is 5. Let me explain that. So I just marked this as a C, meaning it's not a B. So these is a 1-3 pair, making one of these a 3. A 3 plus something is going to have to equal 5, not 3. So we're going to replace all A's with 5. And now we know that C has to be 3. And that makes B... Sorry, I'm in the wrong mode. C is 3, and that makes B 1. And 1 plus 4 is our 5. So that should finish all our blues. 2 and 4. All right. That's our 1. And now we should be able to finish all the odds as well. 3 here, 1 here, 3 and 1 and 3. Very nice. All right. That took me a bit to figure out, but it was a cool puzzle, ChinStrap. I enjoyed that. I think it was just not noticing certain places had to avoid Battenberging really helped. And then subcoloring the odds seemed necessary unless you're able to follow that in your head. But yeah, these both being the same. And then because it's on the line, forcing it here. Yeah, something. And then following this digit to see that it couldn't go here as well. Yeah, that was interesting. All right. I suspected they had to add to 5 in order for the odds to actually be unique, but I mean, I wasn't going to use that. Cool. Well, let me know how you did. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.